Here now with the UFC Director of Operations for Canada, New Zealand, and Australia, but you're out of your jurisdiction. What are you doing here?
Well, you know, it's New York. It's an easy flight home from Toronto, and it's a beautiful day, and we're talking about UFC Fit and UFC gyms down here, so why not? I didn't have anything to do on a lovely Wednesday, so why not come to NYC?
I love what's happening with the brand, like you mentioned, the UFC Fit, the UFC Gym. What else is in store in the future for the UFC? Because there's so many things that you could possibly do with this brand.
Well, I think the important thing is when you're trying to build your brand is to make sure you're true to your brand. And UFC Fit, UFC gyms are all about training, all about making sure you not only take care of your body for your work, but take care of your body for your exercise, for how you eat, how you train, how you treat your body. And we're so fortunate in the UFC to have some incredible role models that we can look up to. When you think of our athletes that ply their trade in the octagon, they're amazing athletes. They're incredibly disciplined. They respect their bodies, but they respect what they do to their bodies in terms of how they eat and how they train, and that's so core to our brand, and it ends up being core to what we do.
Any update on the state of New York in terms of regulation mixed martial arts? Because we saw what's happened here lately. It still hasn't hit the floor for a vote. Do you think it'll happen this term?
You know what? I had some quick chats with some of our friends from Vegas who are in charge of that, and I don't think it's going to happen this year. But in the end, you know, save that question for Dana because he's closer to it than I am.
Winnipeg's coming up June 15th. We'll talk about Newark, New Jersey on Saturday night in a moment here. But big things in Winnipeg. That event sold out in what, a couple hours, if I'm not mistaken?
Well, you know what, as chance would have it, I think there's like 27 tickets left. So, you know, it basically is a sellout. It's a reflection of, you know, what a great sports town Winnipeg is. And, you know, they supported their Jets, they support their Bombers, and they're supporting the UFC. It's going to be a great event, but we're not just there for that day. As you know, Joe will be there for the entire week. We've got some great things planned for the city of Winnipeg, and June in Manitoba is going to be beautiful.
I'm sure you'll be keeping me busy when I get down to Winnipeg, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. Saturday night, UFC 159, John Bones Jones taking on Chael Sonnen, a fight that many people have been looking forward to, some not so much because they don't believe Chael Sonnen deserved that shot. I disagree. He's earned everything he's gotten. What do you expect from those two combatants on Saturday night?
It's going to be a great fight. I'm really looking forward to it because, I mean, a lot of people think that Chael just fights with his mouth, but he's a great wrestler. We've seen what he does, and we've seen how aggressive he is at the beginning. And John Jones, I don't think we've actually seen the best of John Jones, so I'm really excited for it. And the great thing is that, you know, John Jones won his championship here at the Prudential Center in Newark. You know, I guess I'm trying to remember exactly how many months ago it was, but yeah, he's got some good success in this part of this neck of the woods, and I think it's going to be a great night.
Let's close things off with the Great White North. Obviously, Vancouver, or I should say the province of British Columbia. Is the commission almost done there?
The commission is almost done there. I think everything's going to be in place by the end of May, which is great news for mixed martial arts for the entire sport in the province of British Columbia. We're looking forward to being able to go back to Vancouver. It's been a while, as you well know. Actually, it's been 2 years. We were back there in June of 2011, so we're looking forward to going back there, and I think the work that they've been doing in Victoria to set up the commission will help set that up, so looking forward to it.
Always mentioned about a floating city potentially in Canada to host a UFC event. Is there a front runner right now? Because I'm thinking Edmonton. The fans in Edmonton are all over me on Twitter. I got fans in the Maritimes that are all over me say, hey, is the UFC coming here? I said, that's not my decision. That's Tom Wright's. You guys keep pushing him, and one day you might get a show. Is there a city out there perhaps that's a front runner, or are you working with all of them?
You know what? The honest answer is we're working with all of them. From Halifax to Quebec City, Edmonton, Ottawa. You know, clearly I was in Regina and Saskatoon in March, and you know the opportunities to take something to either of those cities is certainly out there. And you forgot to mention that Calgary wants us to come back, and so there's some great opportunities for us to do some wonderful things here. Saskatchewan,
no commission. Can it be done?
Well, no, we won't go there until it's properly regulated, but we've already started to have those conversations.
And of course, the Ultimate Fighter Canada. If I don't ask you about the Ultimate Fighter Canada, I could lose my job. So let me ask you, is it close? Is it happening? 2014, I believe it is?
It is close, and it will happen.
No hints?
2014.
He is the UFC Director of Operations for Canada, New Zealand, Australia. I want to go to Australia. Can that happen anytime soon?
Well, you know what? You know, you're welcome to come down. We'll be happy to invite you down there.
Thank you for your time.
Always, Joe.
There he is, Tom Wright.